Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you. Today we will read from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 2, verse 15. Yat anudyasina yukta karama granthi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryak kadharatim. Translation. With sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work, karma, by remembering the personality of God. Therefore, who will not pay attention to his message? 1.2.15. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The contact of the spiritual spark with material elements create a knot, which must be cut if one wants to be liberated from the actions and reactions of fruitive work. Liberation means freedom from the cycle of reactionary work. This liberation automatically follows for one who constantly remembers the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme of Personality of Godhead. This is because all the activities of the Supreme Lord are transcendental to the modes of material energy. They are all attractive spiritual activities, and therefore constant association with the spiritual activities of the Supreme Lord gradually spiritualizes the conditioned soul and ultimately severs the knot of material bondage. Liberation from material bondage is therefore a byproduct of devotional service. Attainment of spiritual knowledge is not sufficient to ensure liberation. Such knowledge must be overcoated with devotional service, so that ultimately the devotional is made possible. Even the reactionary work of the fruitive workers can lead one to liberation when it is overcoated with devotional service. Karma overcoated with devotional service is called karma yoga. Similarly, empirical knowledge overcoated with devotional service is called jnana yoga. But pure bhakti yoga is independent of such karma and jnana because it alone can not only endow one with the liberation from conditioned life, but also award one the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Therefore, any sensible man who is above the average man with a pure fund of knowledge must constantly remember the personality of Godhead by hearing about Him, by glorifying Him, by remembering Him, and by worshipping Him always without cessation. That is the perfect way of devotional service. The Goswamis of Vrindavana, who were authorized by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to preach the Bhakti cult, rigidly followed this rule and made immense literatures of transcendental science for our benefit. They have chalked out ways for all classes of men in terms of the different castes and orders of life in pursuance of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam and similar other authoritative scriptures. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksurunamiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. And verse one more time. Yat anudhyasina yukta karava granthi nibandhanam chidanti ko vidastasya kona kuryat kadharati. With sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work karma by remembering the personality of Godhead. Therefore, who will not pay attention to this message? The law of karma is very powerful. Not easy even to understand this law completely. Yesterday we spent about an hour and still we understand, but they don't understand. It's practically impossible to go deep in the karma law. And it is almost impossible to overcome it also by your strength. You can't defeat karma. Yes, you can. You may have a desire to defeat it, but it is impossible. Every action we take inevitably has consequences, and then we get these consequences. And because of these consequences, we again do something to get rid of these consequences. And then, we get new consequences, and so on and so on. And we call it samsara. Life of day after day, year after year, life after life. and so on and so on and so on. Just like a circle. Circle doesn't have any beginning and doesn't have any ending. And there's no corner, interesting shape. And if we can choose which action to take, we can do this. Then the results, we cannot choose. That's the point. Usually we think, opposite way. We want to choose reaction. Yeah. We want to have very good reaction, but we do very foolish thing. That's the point. And therefore we always get something foolish. We don't concentrate on what we do. We concentrate on what we wish. That's the point. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said that you should concentrate on what you do, and then I will give you what you wish. But we always concentrate on, on opposite things. We just, Prabhupada call it wishful thinking. we just wish to have good life, but always get something, opposite. So the results of our action is out of our power. We can choose only the deed we can do, only something that we can do. The law of karma cannot be outmastered or outmastered, because law of karma already have a master, and this is not us. That's the point. In this little small life that we have in this body, we always try to lord over something. Yeah, I have a wife. This is my wife. You should do whatever I said. But the point is that wife think the same. This is my husband. You should do whatever I said. And they fight with each other. Then, child came to the family with the same attitude. A husband have only wife and wife have only husband, but child have mother and father. Give me money, do whatever I like. And we always fighting with each other because of this desire and just want to, lord it over. But the law of karma already have master, and it's not us. I have a bad news for you. Karma is an ideal reflection of our consciousness and our desires. Our body, whatever we see in the mirror, it's karma. And this is, once again, an ideal reflection of our desire and our deeds, whatever we do out of our desire. Our qualities and conditionings, and that's why karma is our ideal teacher. Because if your consciousness is not ideal, then you will get not ideal karma. And this karma will teach you, will give you a lesson just for you. Because another man will not have this karma, because his consciousness is another. He have another configuration of consciousness, configuration of desires, fears, and so on. Therefore, karma is different. Even in one family, karma is different. So karma is the ideal reflection of our consciousness. Therefore, it's our ideal teacher. Because she is the way we are. It's like a mirror. If we try to fighting with karma, it means that we're fighting with ourselves. It's foolish. We just should concentrate on what is inside us, and then karma will change. We can say that we beat the world around us and jump up on our forehead. It's impossible. In Europe there is this Münchhausen story. science fiction. It's a fiction story about one guy named Minhausen, and he always told some silly story about his life. For example, once he was in the swamp and go down, and then he take his hair and just pull himself out from the swamp. It's impossible from physical point of view. Yeah, you can do this because the thing that you
Grab.
yeah, it should be outside of you because you are drowned. You can save yourself. So you can beat the world and jump out of karma. It's impossible. Krishna is very beautifully described the power of material nature, power of material energy in Bhagavad Gita. So chapter text 14, very famous verse. Taigi yesha gunamai mama mai duratyaya mameva ye prapatyante mayamitam taranchite. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. In the commentary to this verse, Prabhupada said that, yeah, Krishna may say it difficult to overcome, but for us it's been impossible. Because the strength of this material nature came from the Lord, not from material nature itself. Krishna gave this power to Maya. You cannot overcome Krishna's power. He is all powerful. We may have some power, but this power is not ours. It's Krishna's power. Therefore, we have for some times and then we lose it. When we became old, no power at all. We can do nothing. After 80, 90 years old, you can just sit all day, near to the window, and just seeing, just looking and lamenting. I can do nothing. I don't have a power. That's the point. So Maya is very powerful because Krishna gave this power to her, and you cannot overcome it. But if you surrender to Krishna, he can switch all this power for you, just for you. Yeah, you are released. Everyone else stay here in the Maya, but you are released because you surrender unto me. This is in his power. He can do this. He have the switch. Nobody else. He have the switch. We are entangled in this nets of karma like a fly in a spider's web. That's an interesting example. When fly goes to the spider's net, and more fly, moving, the more it became, entangled in this net. The more we try to get rid of karma, get rid of Maya by our own strength, the more we are entangled here. It's impossible to solve all the problems of the life. Just impossible. We know that there are three main problems in our life: Adibhautika, Adidaivika, and Adhyatmika. We all have problems from another living entities, mosquitoes, people, dogs. We all have problem for nature, cold, hot, snow, and we all have problem out of our mind and body, disease and so on. And you can solve these problems. You will have it, no doubt. Once Prabhupada fly from South Africa to, I think, to New York. They use this plane, and there was a Prabhupada and one of his disciples. And half of this plane was occupied by local football team. And that was time when it was approved, to smoke in the plane. Ugly rules, but now they not approved. Very nice news, but that time they can smoke in the plane during the flight. So half of the plane was occupied by these football players, and all of them beginning to smoke. All of them. It was very bad situation, And you can walk out from the plane, for fresh air and everything. You just should sit and tolerate. And this devotee, for several times, he called from stewardess for attendants and asked them to forbid them smoking, and he personally go to these football players and ask them, but they don't pay attention. And in the end, Prabhupada told him, they can't control their senses, therefore they are smoking. Everybody knows that this is not good for the health and so on, but they just can't control their senses. You are a devotee. Why you are not controlling your senses? Just sit and chant Hare Krishna. Don't be angry. Control yourself. It's inevitable. Problem in this life. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. It will be there. No doubt. For example, I'm 46. And I already get rid of this illusion that my body should be healthy all the time. Always there is something in my body, always. Something itching, something there. You just tolerate it. What can you do? Yeah, you do some yoga, but body doesn't become, younger. You just tolerate it. What can you do? Just tolerate it and do whatever you need to do. Do not get another body. Just use it. That's all. So we are entangled in this nets of karma like fly in a spider's web. Endless desires drive us to new things, and they, in turn, bring endless consequences, pleasant or not pleasant, and mix it. We have three kinds of karma in this material world: bad, good, mixed. Most of our karma are mixed. For example, our wife may be beautiful, but not very good in character. And vice versa. Maybe not very beautiful, but very good character. Everything is mixed. You always will be unsatisfied. Always. Adverse outcomes encourage us to make efforts that will help us to avoid or neutralize this bad karma. And good results encourage us to do something to enlarge these good results. In any case, we act again and again. We do something again and again, creating more and more new consequences of activity. From the point of view of a materialist, it's called development. We are developing. We have cars. Prabhupada always make a joke that now, some years ago, they used horses with 4 legs. Now they use cars, 4 wheels. But, nothing changed. The problem is the same. Old age, disease, problem remain the same. Like in the theater, they have a stage, yeah, and they no stage. I mean, there are some trees. They put it to make you go deep in this to display. Yeah, decoration. Yeah, decoration settings. Yeah, so just decoration are changed from 100 years to another. Previously they used horses, now they use cars, but problem remained the same. We hate each other, we are angry, we are try to exploit each other, and so on and so on. Nothing changed. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is very new for us, although it's 5,000 years old, but it's very new, very reliable even now. However, so we think that this is development. Very funny thing. We are very developed now. Very developed. However, the sage sees that this is just running in the circle that continues from life to life. Just running in the circle. In one body, another body, and so on and so on. And it is impossible to escape from this web by our own activities. We can't save ourselves from this web. No matter how much money you have, how much health you have, how much power you have, or intelligence, it's impossible to get rid of this samsara, karma circle. You can't do this. However, Srimad Bhagavatam offers a surprisingly easy way to cut the knots of Maya. Very easy way. Now we do this. Right now. We're sitting here, do nothing from physical point of view. But we are cutting this knot of karma in our hearts, in our consciousness, by hearing about Krishna. Anudya in this verse means memory, and asina means sword. When we remember about the Lord, when we remember about Krishna, we remember his name, his pastimes, his lila, remember his qualities, when we think about him, it means that we have a sword in our hand and just, beat this note, we can say, by this sword. Remembering God is in itself like a sharp sword with which we can cut these knots of material conditioning just by remembering. Yeah, you can sit, chanting japa, reading books, and you do a lot for yourself in this life. You will not get another body. Very nice thing. Just sit, chant, and you like it. It's a very pleasant process. Chant Hare Krishna. Everyone in ecstasy. And after that, you will go to Vaikuntha. You will not get another body because you don't have a karma. Body means karma. If you don't have a karma, you shouldn't have a body. You have nothing to do in this material world. That's the point. By simply remembering the Lord, we can develop the highest level of inner renunciation from illusion. And we can develop attachment to the Lord. We may remain as Grihastha or family life, we may remain going to work and so on, but inside of us, we will be very detached from material energy. Because these knots are not there anymore. Because the problems are solved. So it means that we should constantly apply this tool in our life. Every day we should read something from Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam. Every day we should remember about God. Every day we should remember about the Lord. It is recommended in the morning and in the evening, at least. And better even in the middle of the day. Yayam stavam stasya yashastri sankhya. 3 times in a day, at least. The best thing is to remember about Krishna all the day. Maybe it's impossible in our level, but still we should try to do this. We should develop this power of our consciousness. A sincere devotee of of the Lord does not expect ideal condition for spiritual life. He does not think that chanting the names of God by chanting Hare Krishna mantra is possible only in Vrindavan or Mayapur in some holy places. No, it's possible whenever we are in a home, in a street, in a bus. Now I will go, after the lecture, I will go to Tallinn by ferry. I will chant there, no problem. When you chant, Vrindavan is there. Because Krishna is not different from his holy name. And when you chant the holy name, Krishna came, and Krishna will not come without Vrindavan. Krishna is always in Vrindavan. And when Krishna came to you, he came with Vrindavan, with this atmosphere, transcendental atmosphere of Vrindavan. That's very interesting point that you can put devotee in not very good conditions, My first temple, when I joined Krishna consciousness in 92, 93, our first temple, it was building like that, but in much worse condition. Much worse condition. But atmosphere there, like Vaikuntha, everyone was happy. Everyone. Because Krishna was there. But you may have very nice house, but if there is no good atmosphere, you will be unhappy there. Very wealthy and very unhappy. We saw it for so many times. Sincere devotee is like a special forces soldier who strives to achieve his goal in life in any condition. We can't wait for good condition for spiritual life. We should start from whatever point we are right now. We may be rich, poor, beautiful, ugly, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. We should start right now. There is no good material condition for spiritual life. You shouldn't think like that. Just begin right now. That's what we should do. He doesn't complain about the difficulties of material life, and he accepts everything as the grace of God, and does not practically enjoy the opportunity to receive sense gratification. Also accepting it as mercy and trying to use everything in transcendental service. Maybe I don't have money. Okay, I'm just chanting Hare Krishna. I have lots of money. Okay, I will give it to Krishna and chant Hare Krishna. Nothing changed for me. I have money, I can buy a good house for Krishna and chant then Hare Krishna in this house. Nothing changed for me. I'm a devotee, no matter what. Because I'm a devotee, I can do only devotional service in any circumstances, good or bad. Remember, it's on or Smaranam, it's a very important point, is born from Shravanam and Kirtanam. You can't remember Krishna if you don't have Shravanam and Kirtanam every day. Shravanam means hearing about Krishna. Every day we should hear about Krishna, reading Prabhupada's books, and Kirtanam also. Kirtanam means we should chant the holy name, we should participate in Kirtan, and we should discuss with each other about Krishna. When we meet each other, what are you reading in Prabhupada's books? Please tell me, what is your realization? Maybe you heard some Prabhupada Lila, Prabhupada story, Krishna story, please tell me. And that's how we churning, Vedic knowledge. When devotees discuss topics about Krishna with each other, it's like a churning the ocean of milk. And you will get lots of realization from it. Lots of very interesting points. You may have some understanding, another devotee may have another understanding. And then together with churning this knowledge, both of you will get something new. Because Krishna loves when devotee discuss about him, when devotees speak about him. In the Puranas it is said, when there is a two devotees gathered together, starting to discuss something about me, I will go there. I will be there. Immediately Krishna came back. Yeah, now we have Krishna here. You're also hearing what they say about me. Maybe I should give them new knowledge about me. They try to know me better, then I give them some new realization, something new, some new knowledge, and you became enlightened. Interesting. So, Smaranam is impossible. Remembrance of Krishna is impossible without Shravanam and Kirtanam. Then we regularly listen and glorifying Krishna, listening about Krishna and glorifying Him. Srila Prabhupada called Shravanam and Kirtanam the soul of devotional service. If you don't have Shravanam and Kirtanam, it means that you may do externally, you may do something that looks like a devotional service. But there will be no remembrance, there will be no Smarana, and Krishna may not accept it as a devotional service. Although form will be the same. You have a tilak and everything like that, but Krishna will not accept it because this is not devotional service. There should be remembrance about Krishna that come from Shravanam and Kirtanam, when you're hearing about Krishna and singing His glories. By listening and by discussing spiritual knowledge, we can understand how to put into practice this knowledge, in our day-by-day practice. That is also very important. If you have a knowledge but don't practice it, it means that you don't have a knowledge. You have only something that you can use. If you can't use something, you don't have it. Although it may be in your pocket, but you don't have it, because you can't take any good from it. Sometimes we have lots of, shlokas in our head and everything like that, but we do not practice it. It means that we do not have it, this knowledge. If our knowledge is like this, but practice is like this, it means we have knowledge like this. And the rest of it is just an information. There's a difference between information and knowledge. Now we have age of information. Previously, you can get information only from newspaper. Now there is even no use to make a newspaper anymore, because you have your tablet, or smartphone, Telegram, and so on, and you can get hundreds of news every second, lots of information, zero knowledge. Knowledge means that something you can apply in your life and make your life better. That's the Vedic knowledge. Vedic, you can say, как определить?
Определить?
Определение, вот как на английском будет?
Definition.
Yeah, Vedic definition of knowledge. Something which you can use right now, right here, in your situation, and make your life better. That's the knowledge. Everything else is just an information. Useless. Therefore, when we study Shastra, we discuss it with devotees and trying to apply it, we make our life better and better. And through discussion or churning of spiritual knowledge, we can turn remembrance of God, Krishna, into real spiritual weapon. And you can fight this mind. Yeah, you can be victorious even. Nobody can victory mind. Nobody. She's very powerful. But you can do this if you have this proper weapon in your head. Therefore, it is called Shastra. Yes, this word Shastra have two meanings. Shastra can mean the sacred books of knowledge, but also Shastra means the weapon. So if you know the Shastra, you know how to apply, then you will get rid of your enemies. I mean spiritual enemies. Lust, anger, and illusion, and so on. So let us do this every day. Every day, hear something about Krishna from proper source, from authoritative source. Every day, reading Srila Prabhupada books, the best source of knowledge about Krishna. The best. There is no better source now in our age. All sampradayas in India, they accept it. There is no better source. Mm-hmm. And chanting the holy name every day, and then we will get this remembrance about Krishna. And by this way, we can solve the problem of our lives. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maybe one question.
Yeah, may I ask please?
Yep.
Actually, it was really acknowledgeable. Thank you for the speech. Hare Krishna. I just want to ask that on one side we always say that everything is pre-decided by Almighty, and not even a single body part of ours can move without Almighty's permission. Then how our actions can be wrong? And like you are saying that all the activities we do and we suffer the consequences, right? But like if everything is pre-decided and we can't act without his permission, then how our activities can go wrong? That is the point.
For example, we have a jail in the country.
Yeah.
Why? Because it is pre-decided that there will be some miscreants, some people that do something bad. Does it mean that when you do bad thing, you are not guilty? Because they already have a reason for it. It's pre-decided. What can I do? No, you decided to do this. For example, whatever you do, it's pre-decided. But you do it out of your free will. You want to do this. That's the point.
But that, do you speak Hindi?
No.
वो बोलते हैं ना कि एक भाव्य धन हमारे मन में आता है, तो भगवान की मर्जी के बिना नहीं आता, तो गलत कैसे हो सकता है? Like even if we some thought comes into our mind, it's only because of Almighty's permission. Then how it can go wrong? I have that deeper question. I don't understand.
You can read Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
And because you know Bhagavad Gita, you can examine this talk. Maybe it's not very good. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Then Krishna understands, you choose to do this. Very nice. For this decision, you will be not punished. I will give you reward. You should know the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, when something goes to your mind, it doesn't mean that, Krishna, how to say it on whispers on your mind, on your... No, you should know what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Loudly. And do whatever he said and you will get very good result. In our mind we have these filters of lust, angry, jealousness, and so on. This is our problem, not Krishna. We develop it. Anger, we develop it. Enviousness, we do this. And yes, Krishna may whisper something on our ears, but there is a filters. And you may hear not Krishna whispering, but whatever you want to hear. You will understand it whatever you want to understand it. Not, the way that Krishna whispering. That's the point. Therefore, we should just take Bhagavad Gita and we can use whatever Krishna say from Krishna himself. And then we don't have any need for speculation. What Krishna wants from me, just open Bhagavad Gita. Krishna said it clearly, loudly, understandable. That's okay. I will do this.
And And as you said that when we do the bad karmas, we get the body. Again and
Not only bad karma, even good karma will give you
yeah,
body.
that was the question.
Yeah.
Because we actually need the body to perform our karmas,
Yeah.
to make them better.
And you need body to take your karma from previous lives.
Yeah.
Something should have a disease. If you don't have a body, you will not have a disease. Therefore, please take a body, and now you may have a disease, you may have a problems. Even good karma, from material point of view, good karma also bring your new material body.
Thanks for your guidance.
And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, very great saintly person, he taught one very nice thing. He said there is no good karma actually, because every karma will, bring you again to material world. When you are in jail, it's not very important. It's iron jail or golden jail. Bad karma means you are in golden jail, cave, cell. Yeah. So it's cell, not it's golden, but it's a jail. So there is no good karma in this material world. Any karma will attach you to matter. That's the point.
Thank you.
Grantarat Srimad Bhagavatam